Hi all, it's Maureen here, Stitch Mac, and I'm finally back. I haven't been filming for the last little bit because, quite frankly, I'd lost track of what I'd shown and what I hadn't shown. So I thought, you know something, let's just wait until the start of the new year because this is technically the new year for me. I'll explain in a minute, um, and show you everything I'd worked on last year. I'll essentially do a WIP parade and talk about my plans for 2026, 27. And yeah, just show you all my WIPs because they'll explain it all when I'm talking about my plans. Because I just had got to the point, it's like, I don't know what I've shown and what I've not. Let's just leave it. I'll show you. So the reason I'm doing it today is because today I finally finished all the stitching for my F1 stitching from last year, so the 2025 season. They finished racing in December, but in my head, the new season doesn't start till apparently it's next week. I thought it was the week after. It's next week. And this morning I finally got all the stitching done. So I will quickly explain what I did last year and what I'm planning to do next year for it. So if you're new around here, yeah, I do lots of stupid stuff to, ridiculous, overly ambitious is what I call myself. So for last year, I decided to do some F1 stitching. So there's 20 drivers. So I picked 20 WIPs and I assigned stitches to places, not points. In the races, they get points the first 10 places. But that meant then that some of the WIPs some of them don't get any points over the season or very minimal. So I was like, well, to ensure that all the WIPs are getting worked on, I did like 200 for the first place, down to 10 for the last, or if they were DNF, it did not finish, they got 0. So that cumulatively built up, obviously, over the weeks and weeks and weeks. And I was like, oh my God. There was like 24 races or something last year. So that turned out to be quite a lot of stitching. Hence why I'm only just getting caught up with myself. So I will show, yeah, just bear with me. Some of them will be ones, yeah. I'll show what I worked on last year for my F1. And then going forward for the next season, the 2026 season, I'm going to just do the points. So it's like 25 points for like first place. So I'll do 250. So I'll just times them by 10. So it will mean some might not get any work on them. There's now 22 drivers. Some might not get any work on them. So be it. I've got something else planned to be doing that they'll have at least got touched once. So that's something else. Sorry, I might as well just explain that now and then I can just do the WIPs. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can because it's still a bit daylight. Let's see how it goes. So my other plan for the year is to do World Cup stitching. I did that at the last World Cup and I did the last Euros. And again, was overly ambitious, so I have tweaked it slightly because FIFA, God bless them, instead of having 32 teams this year, I've got 48. So I assign a WIP for each country. And what I do is like, so for those 48 WIPs, I'm stitching 100 stitches on each of those 48 WIPs. So every country, every WIP gets at least 100 stitches. Then it goes down to the group stages. So 32 countries go forward to the group stages. So then I'll stitch another, I think it might be another 100. I'm not sure. Let me just see if I've done that. Okay. Yes, another 100 for the 32. Then that's a knockout stage. It's not a group stage, it's a knockout stage. So then a 16 goes forward, then 8, 4, 2, and then a winner. Then I do 100 stitches for the 16, 100 stitches for the quarterfinals, 200 stitches for the semi-final, 400 stitches for the final, and the winner gets 500 stitches, which gives the winner 1,500 stitches. Please feel free to join me in any of this stupidity. Sorry, excuse me 1 minute. My dog Rosie, she has her bone with her little treat in it. She loves it. It's like dog crack. So yes, so that means all of my WIPs will get at least 100 stitches in them this year, because it turned out I didn't even have 48 WIPs. I had like a couple of smalls that weren't going to work for the World Cup, so I've had to just put in new starts. I mean, it was just, I didn't really have any new starts last year, so I've just added in new starts. So that's the plan. Sorry, I'm just kind of flicking through here. So since I've last done a floss tube, I've just been stitching on mostly the F1 stitching, and then also in February I did the Winter Olympic stitching. I follow anybody, pardon, anyone follows Nap Time Stitcher on Instagram, she does like a you know, a prompt for each kind of day. So I did that, and I picked most of the ones that were for the World Cup, so that they've already got 100 stitches. Because, sorry, I forgot to say, the last time I did it all while the World Cup was on, and that was just stupid. There wasn't enough time. It's fine for the group stages because it lasts like a couple of weeks, but then once it goes to the knockout, there's only like 2 or 3 days, and it's like, so I thought, no, to give myself a bit of a head start, I'll stitch on each of the 48 between now and June. So I think I've done about at least half of them, if not more. And I think I've got about 12 or something to do. So I'll just fit them in between now and June, so that come the start of the World Cup, they'll all have been stitched on. And as soon as I know they are through to the 32, I'll do their next lot. Because in the group stages, it's like if they win like two, I think if they win like the first 2 games, they're pretty much guaranteed they're going to be going through. But we'll worry about that in June. Just now, we'll just talk, I'll show you all my WIP. But so Formula 1, going forward, so this year I've got 22 WIPs. But let's just see. I hope that explains it all. It'll become more, to me it's pretty straightforward. It's just, I really enjoyed doing it for the F1 last year, because it meant I got quite a few stitches on stuff that would just have sat in the cupboard and never got looked at. Most of the ones I have changed up some of them this year. I've kept some of the ones I used last year for the same drivers, but then other ones I'm like, oh no, I'd really actually like to work on this one, because I didn't work on it. So I've changed it up slightly. But we'll start. I do apologise, the dog's just chowing away down there. Right, so now, interestingly, the way I worked it, if you follow F1, you'll know Lando Norris won the world champion. In my world, Lando Norris came fourth. Max Verstappen won. It's just because I was doing it slightly differently. I will try and add in pictures, or let me just see if I can. Museum piece. Sorry, this may just be a little. I'm just going to try and mock up. Yep, there we are. So, museum shelf. Oops. Quick stitch. No, is it quick stitch? It's the top row. It's the top row of the, what'd you call it? The museum shelf, the big huge museum shelf. Kim Hollenbook's doing it, big huge one. I'm doing the top shelf because that's much more sensible. Sorry, this is going to be a bit of a... Right, so Max Verstappen received 4,130 stitches altogether. And this is where it got me to. So I was originally trying to just do pages, but now I'm trying to do the whole rows thing. Is that Max Colour Stitcher? I'll pull it back. Sorry, I apologize. She does the rows, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, like doing like the whole row and seeing it. So I'm kind of maybe doing that and then filling in the kind of page. But yeah, so he got like 4,000 stitches, which is pretty good. I don't have percentages of where I am because, let me see. Museum shelf, where does that come out at? Oh, I'm at 8.45%. It's not huge. It's not a huge one. Like it's long and thin. So, museum shelf. Then we go to Oscar Piastri, who was second. Sorry, I hope no one's wearing headphones. and they're being deafened by a bone getting flung onto a wooden floor. But oh, she'll just annoy me otherwise. She's annoying me now. Right. So, this is by WIP Cat. This is red and yellow poppy. And I actually saw someone else, I think someone else on Full Coverage Fanatics had put this up as a finish. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen anyone else doing this. And this is, so this received 4,010 stitches. Let's see if I've got this on my, oh god, sorry, this is going to be, I'm sorry, but we're just going to have to work with it. That's my red and yellow poppies by WIP Cat on Etsy. Yes, so currently sitting at 25.71%. So I've just been filling in. I did a lot of filling in of the green. There's a lot of green, and then I did a little bit around there, and I think I did a bit of the flower. But yeah, that's brought it up to 25%. This one and the poppies is staying. They are staying. They are staying with their respective drivers. Next up, we have George Russell. George Russell was third in my world. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I need to pause a bit because nope. This is what I was working on today. This is Mirabilia Stone Roses. I'm switching out all the purple colours. I have seen conversions. And this is literally what I was finishing off today. So, we added on. Now, this started up. If I've got any before pictures, I did kind of manage to go into my old YouTube and find the before pictures, but if I've got them up, they'll appear. But I remember she was like up around the top. So I've like added like loads. And I wasn't going to use this. I was only going to keep one Mirabilia out, but I was working on it the last few days and I'm like, nope. This one's coming with me. This is on some sparkly fabric. Most of the other ones are on easy grid 28 count, either 10 stitch or 2x1 or 1x1. Then we're moving on to Lando Norris, which is my Tags Island. Which is currently at 6.54%. Which I have taken from some artwork by, I think it's Alfred Dunhill, but don't quote me on that. It was an English painter. I used to do a lot of horses, but I just love this one. This is Tags Island on the Thames, apparently. So that's hence why it was picked for Lando Norris. And I added, what, 4,000 stitches to this? Just under 4,000 stitches to this. $3,930. And I feel like I've not got anywhere. Oh look, I can see a chair. I can just about see the chair now. The good thing with this is it's like, it feels like it's like, oh my god, I'm not really seeing anything. It's really hard to tell. But when you actually look at the painting, the paint strokes and everything, that is the kind of style of it. So there's a chap down here. So again, it's not huge, this. I can't believe I'm only at 10%. Actually, I think with this, see when I look at fabric, I think I'm going to have to chop a couple of bits, rows off the top. So that's why I started in the bottom. Yep, so this was Oscar Piastri. Then we go on to Charles Leclerc, and this was Lavender Fields, which is a mini Heaven and Earth. Which is this, which I recently just enabled Stuart to start. We were doing, and oh, actually, I don't know if he started, but he definitely wrote it. Because we were just at Stitchy Day, and he was like, I was working on this, and he was like, oh, what's that? And then when we were on the website, then I found another one. There's another kind of mountains one. I was like, oh, that would go really nice with that. Our danger to ourselves. So he got, again, around about the 4,000. Let's see if I can see what that was. 3,250. And yeah, I just filled in quite a bit of the sky. And then there's a little bit of pinks and the purples. I was just finishing that off the other week. I was trying to just fill it in. But yeah, lavender fields. You know, he's from Monaco. Felt it was appropriate. Who are we on to then? Lewis Hamilton. Our boy Lewis. Bit of my stitching. Great ambition. Failed to live up to it. I picked Venetian opulence for him, you know, with Ferrari now. And this got 2,930. I'm keeping this one out as well. These ones are all staying out. And so I've just worked, I think I've done most of the top. And then I was like, okay, thought I need a bit of change. So I did her little head thing, and then finally worked done into her head. I love this. It just looks so good, even though it's just like browns and browns. Yeah, this is definitely staying out. Like I say, I have about 4 or 5 Marabellas, and I was just gonna keep one, but I thought no, we're back at something. Yeah, I gotta stay with that girl. Put that one in there because I know it's completely done with. Oh. Alex Albon. Oh, it's Cleopatra. I think that was just a random choice. Excuse me. Right, you're finished with the rose. Cleopatra. This is another. Not that one. Oh my god. I'm going to get into such. I could put it here. Here we are. Oh, I've got a pocket. Artwork by Howard David Johnson. I've got a couple of his. This is a big one. 400 by 505. He got 2,200. And it's dead explain. There, yay. I'm up in the top right hand corner. I think I'll maybe do the rose for this because, yeah, there is like a little statue in there. But yeah, it would be more exciting if I headed across. I don't actually know. Is he doing it? Yeah. Cleopatra staying with us. Then Kimi Antonelli, Ye Old World. Oh, there it is. This is a chart by Ivy House Crafter. It's a band sampler. I'm stitching it on white. There's a thread works color 11215, which is like a burgundy and a grey kind of thing going on. And yeah, I'm just working along the lines. I mean, I started this years ago, but yeah, I got like 2 or 3 pages complete. What did I do on that? 2,500 stitches. So I've just made it down. This is like a page, I think, down to there. So this year I'll just carry on working across. I love it. See when I get it. It's not a bad colour. Yeah, it's like burgundy. It's like variegated, but it's not too variegated. And it just, I love thread work. I really do like their variegation and things is good. I'm not considering it. Oscar Hadger. Oh, he was my Paradise one. We'll come back to that. Teardrop. Teardrop is Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman got 2,190. It's a good wee year. See if I can show you that. This is, I think that's about the only Max colour one I've got. Babette. Oops. Babette, somebody. Let's come back out of it, I'll tell you. Yeah, this is the Max colour one, which I think is quite good for this one, because otherwise I think it'd be really dark. Oh my god. Babette, let's see, maybe a PDF. Babette Vandenberg. Yeah, I think it would be really dark otherwise, but with the Max colour, I think it really does like show up, because you'll see from the exciting start of nature. Bear in mind, most of these don't have very much. Oh my god. There we are. I'm doing this a little diagonal, just for the sheer hell of it. Yeah. So yeah, that little like corner up there, and that's quite a lot of colours in there, but it works out quite easy. Not sure if I'm keeping this one out. Ollie Behrman. Yeah, oh no, decided to keep him. So that sounds good. Then what did we do? Nico Hulkenberg had Peekaboo. Do you know Peekaboo is here? I just grabbed stuff. I'm thinking. We'll come back to that. Carnival. These are just now not in run, so these are not in order because I'm just... Time is of an essence. Let's go, go, go. This is why I don't do flosstube that often, because it's like, I'm like, I don't have heaps of time. I work full time. It's always dark. It's been dark over the winter. It's just dark and miserable. Today has been the first day. It was just lovely. It was so nice. It was actually like bearable to be outside and just sunny, and snowdrops coming out. It's like I met a friend the other night I was out with the dog, and he's like, oh, it's the first sign of spring. Snowdrops out, the crocus is out, and Maureen is back out with Rosie, and I'm like, yep, I'm back in my usual park. Too dark in the winter and I get scared. I go to another bit which is equally as dark, but it's not spooky. There's more life around it. So yeah, first signs of spring. So this one was Bortoletto. I think it's Gabriele Bortoletto. This is Carnival. Alright, it's not very... Carnival by Caroline Manning. Unfortunately, I don't have a decent picture, but you can go and look it up. The picture on the chart is awful. It does not show its true colours. Our little Gabriel got 1,240. So last year I had completed half. So we started over here. So yeah, I'm over halfway with this. I have another couple of Caroline Mannings, but I'm like, no, let's try and just keep one at a time. Who was it I was watching the other day? Is it Stitch Bra? And she's doing like the whole big kind of quilt thing. Oh my god. No. Do not fall down that. This may well stay out. Let's see. That's where I'm getting a bit. I knew what ones. Yeah, I was doing that. I don't actually know what ones I've changed. Let me see. Lavender Venetian clear pattern range. Oh, is it down more down the bottom end of things? I think we're changing up things. Right, let's just grab something and show you. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. Oh my god, I've got stuff everywhere. I'll throw all this out. Right. I've got a problem here, haven't I? I've got too many stuff here. What's this? Oh, my reindeer. My enchanted... I won't show you because I think most people have seen this in one version of another. Enchanted reindeer. This is a stocking. You get the ornament. You get the whole one. Donna Gelsinger. It's all the greens. This was Carlos Sainz, her little smooth operator. 1,790. Yeah, so I think I just kind of filled in. It really just depended on when I was stitching these. I either just kind of grabbed whatever thread, oh right there, that thread fits in, rather than wasting time trying to find the specific thread. This year, since the beginning of the year, and when I've been working on stuff, like my museum shelf, I've kitted it. I've like actually went and like kitted it up, well, most of the threads, so that I'm kind of preempting myself. But no, so this got a variety of stitches just in there. I think we're about 25% for that. I've stopped trying to find it because that's just going to take too much time. Who really cares? Look at it. It's about halfway done. Oh no, it's Sinclair Cleopatra. I'm not getting confused. Not at all. Oh my god. Right. That was a 14. Yeah, you've seen those two, right? You've seen lavender and oh right, Spirit of the Pond. Spirit of the Pond is, I will show you that one because it's such a pretty one. Spirit of the Pond, as far as I'm aware, is Fernando Alonso. It's this one. And again, I remember looking at it first and thinking it was quite dark and kind of muted. But no, there would be a lot of colour in that. And this is sitting at 13.19% now. And we're just up in the top right corner. I think we got page finish probably. I should say this is quite a... See, there's tons and tons of colour. Sorry. There's tons and tons of colour and really detail. And I thought it would be quite muted, but yeah, it's pretty funky. It's pretty funky. I'm showing you actually not that. That's not part of that. That's not part of that. That's not. Oh, right. Here's Peekaboo. Here she is. This is Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I think it's a Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Sea Beacon. Lots of nice blues. Oh, help, I've lost. What was I doing? Whoops. Let's see. Oh, spreadsheet. Oh, I could do like 3 tablets here at the moment. Nico Hulkenberg was Peekaboo and got 1,920 of 939, I think, in 80. Oh, that's pandemic. Oh, preview pandemic. Stuff like that. This is stitched on 20 count. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going 1,920 of like, I think it's like 99 and 88 or something. Yes, it's very exciting. But it's like, you know, once I get that blue done, then I get into the nice blues. But, is that coming out? Hulkenberg. Yeah, well, there you go. Who knew? Pandemic. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So this is my pandemic, which was Jack Doohan, who only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races. 6 races and he got so it's only got 260 stitches. Is it 206 stitches plus 100? This has been done. All of these, yeah, all of these most I've had their 100 for the World Cup as well. So yeah, I'm stitching this on 823 and 825. So just doing the, what do we call it? Oh, that's, I knew that was wonky. I was like, those peacocks aren't looking quite right. Yeah, just picking out the animals in the lighter colour, whatever one that one is, and some navy. So yeah, this is on some sparklies. I think it's like summery, buttery, summery. But yeah, so pandemic has been allocated to Perez this year because our Checo is back. If you have no interest in F1, you'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you do, you'll know. So hopefully, fingers crossed in our Cadillac, we'll maybe see a little bit more progress on that. Right. Oh. What's this? Bewitched Park. I really meant to do this in some order, but I'm just kind of like, okay, we really just need to keep things going. This was, you'll see everything, it doesn't really matter. Bewitched Park was pure gasoline. It got 1,500 stitches on it. It's a stitch on some random DMC. I think it's some random DMC thread. So yeah, so I think I'm just working along. I think I've still got another page or two to get along the top, but yeah, I'm just doing well on the top. This is a Leonid Avrame. It was stitched, this is sold. It was done by Lovely Thread, which is no longer in business, but this is Bewitched Park. Yeah, you can get him. So you know the score, I'm sure. You knows what they all look like. But yeah, so hopefully we'll go on. Let me. Okay, that. I'll keep that out. I'll keep those out because that's ones I haven't worked on. Oh, Winter Mucha to this day. Do not know. This is by Tilton Crafts. Let's see if actually I can get you because it's so pretty. This was, what's his name? Lance Stroll. 1,610 stitches. Let's face it, this year some of these ain't getting, because that was me being generous and giving them points for where they, giving them stitches for where they placed in the race. This time they're just getting points, which I may regret. That's making me be like, oh. But, yeah, no. Sometimes you gotta just experiment. So this is Winter Mucha. Which obviously Alfonso Mucha ones. I've got all 4 of them, and I've done this, the 1,000, whatever I said that, they're 1,700, something like that. It's pretty much all it's all I've done on it. Yeah. It's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of we're just in amongst the border. We're amongst the border. It's a speckled one. The little speckled one. And it's so nice, and I really would love to do all 4 of them, but yeah, no. Right. So let's go back to where it was. Wait a minute, 33 minutes. I don't want to be here all day doing this because I know I'm a bit like that. Right. Let's went to my cooking book. Lance Stroll. Yeah. Okay, right. I'll pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. I've just tidied up the mess that I've created. Stuck my chips on for my dinner. So this one is Bramble and the Rose by Ink Circles. Yeah, Bramble and the Rose. This was I started from the gifted stitch. We'll just move across and get as much light as we can. Gifted stitching. And this was for Colapinto. Oh my god, what's his first name? I don't know. Sorry. Can't remember. I got 900 stitches. I've been working on this for years. It's been UFO'd, it's been just sat in a cupboard, and then eventually I said, no, come on, let's just try and get this worked. I've literally, like, that's all I've got left to do. All I've got left to do. But this is now in my pile of shit to be finished. Excuse my language, but I essentially sorted out my shelves at the beginning of the year, so I had all my Formula One stuff, all my World Cup stuff. Then on the bottom shelf it was random crap that needs to get sorted. But no, they'll just be like extras. So that was that. My ornament Tuzuri Kami. They say by artwork by Haruya Marita, which is this one here. And I'm at 20.16%. There we are. Again, I just was kind of randomly where I tried filling in around the top and then just randomly down through it. I think I'm just about down to the bottom. It's not a huge piece. I love this. This was Sonodo, who unfortunately is not back this year. So, sorry, Yuki Sonodo, that was his name. You've been ditched. Sorry. And then two more that were from Formula One. We have Rapunzel, Mirabella Rapunzel. And this was for Liam Lawson. 1,590 stitches. You see, everybody got quite a decent amount. And this, I've just worked over both sides and then just started kind of filling in. Oh, that's right, I totally messed up around here. And I need to remember that. I think I managed to kind of fudge it where I'm good to go again. But yeah, this is slap bang in the middle. And some sparkles fabric. She's a big one. She's got a lot of dress and a lot of hair. Funnily enough. But I'm not. I've decided, no, I'll just focus on the two. I was just going to focus on one fancy lady, like, but my wee stone boys is just too nice. And then the other Mirabella and the last one out of the Formula One stitching is my, what I call Sleep Princess and the Pea. I think it's called something else, Sleeping Princess, but Mirabella call it Sleeping Princess to me. And that's the Princess and the Pea. And it got Princess was span off 1,980 stitches. And again, I just started this in the middle and just worked out both sides just to ensure the fabric's big enough. And yeah, we're just working our way down. Again, this one's not come back out for Formula. Right, so that is all what was my Formula One stitching. So now we'll go and let's look at Formula One for 2026. So changes I made were, let's see, museum. Oh yeah, this is the major changes. In here, I decided these are Story Keep Labyrinthines, artwork by Stephanie Law. So I have autumn, summer, winter, and spring. So I have all four of these, and these are all on one big piece of fabric. They're all roughly about 50%. I had these out for the Winter Olympics actually because I was doing 100 stitches for a World Cup. But yeah, they're gonna be spring. I think I'm using them all. Spring, summer. Yeah, these are coming out of Formula One stitching, so I was like, oh, really missed stitching on them, and they're also quite a quick stitch, you know what I mean? There's not too many colours in it. So yeah, they're out. Sorry, very quick this. Right, so spring poppies tagged, Northwood. No, I need to change that because it's not going to be. We're keeping George Russell. We're keeping George Russell, Stone Roses. Lavender, Venetian, Cleopatra, Reindeer, Leopard, Summer, Teardrop, Peterborough, Carnival, Spearmint, Overflam is the other one that I've added in, which I believe is in here. Oh my goodness, my chips are cooking and they've got like, I'm doing like skinny fry things with like salt and pepper season or something like that. Oh, my tummy is rumbling. This is by Stitching Moon Designs. She's on flosstube. She's a cross stitcher on flosstube, and this is Overflam. And I started this 2 years ago because I went to Norway, and I was like, I remember going down. We went on a cruise down Norway, and you go down the fjord, and I'm like, oh my god, this just looks like my stitching. It actually just looks like my cross stitch. So this, yeah. So I'm using this for. I will say, I'll also go over the World Cup stuff. Okay, you don't really want to see the like fabric, do you? Yeah, so that's where I am with that. I've had this out to do my 100 stitches already. But yeah, I did that to remember my cruise. But it was good because I was like, all the little red houses. I was like, oh my god, it just looks like. I'm not obsessed with cross stitch, but the world looks like cross stitch to me. Alright, and Overflam, Which Pandemic. Oh, and Gina, our little Gina. Where is Gina, where are you? God knows. Oh, there she is. There she is. I have to say, let's see. From Pattern Keeper. Oh, have I added her to Pattern Keeper yet? No, I have not. See if I've got her on the drive. What film coverage? Because I got a new tablet last year, so it's very annoying. Because every time I had backed everything up, obviously, but every time I go into it, I'm like, oh god, I've not got it in it. Yeah, hard to say. Gina stitching artwork by Sarah Moon. I've stitched on this for ages. This is done a little bit of something or another. Sparkles. Pretty much all my over dye fabric is sparkles. I think I'm about 30% on this. Like I've done her head, and I just love. I was a dubious. I'm doing like 2/1, I think. No, 2/2. I'm gonna do 2/2 and like 32 count or something like that. And there's dubious, and then oh my god, just see, look at it, look at it, it's absolutely amazing. I've got that and summer one. So yeah, alright, let's put those together. Just shove that into that, and then I'll remember to do that. So that's that. So that is all the ones that will be in Formula 1 this year. World Cup. Let's look. Right. So, World Cup, I have 48 WIPs. And I have allocated them to a country each. I'm showing you all those. Allocated them all to a country. Some of them, there's a reason, you know, I'll be explanatory. Others not. Some of it's just random. Right, let's see. Oh my god. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna try and do this in order. Let me just pause. So, first group we have for Mexico, Magway, Bella Filipina. She is at teeny tiny little bit. I think it, yeah. I mean, just like a little blurb in the middle. Stitch one. It's kind of a blue fabric. Sorry. Yeah. Impossible to tell anything on that. Then we have, for South Africa, we have a dog Dog's Declaration. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of squirrels. Isn't that right, Miss Rosie? Your favourite thing. You were squirreling today, but you were also chasing cat. You were also going absent-minded for a cat. Ink circles. This is stitched on some 40 count Belfast alabaster, I think it is. I've done one page. I have done the 100 stitches on this. Magdalene still needs to get her 100 stitches. This has had 100 stitches added to it. I think I've gone this way, going over into page 1. Very demanding and stuff. Right, we're all done with it. You'll get some more to me back. And then Career is Faces of Fairy 162 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Like that. A lot of purples. I'm not sure if I'm actually, this is what by the way, I got rid of 2 WIPs last year. I just chucked them in the bin because I was like, I cut them up and went, I don't like these. Don't like them. Never gonna stitch on them. One of them is my TARDIS, and I'm like, oh, look, it was TARDIS, and it was like Doctor Who one, but it was just so big and so blue. I was just like, I'm never, and I'm swithering about this, but I'll keep it out for this kind of thing. Career, and then the next one is the playoff winners of Group D. Don't think we've had that yet. They will be Stone Roses, Mirabelle Stone Roses, which you've seen. And then Group B is Canada, which is going to be an Enchanted Reindeer. Playoff Group A. So there's still a few playoff games still to be finalized. So the winners of that will be Tags Island. Qatar will be my Sunset. I'll show you that in a wee bit. Switzerland will be Bienvenue à la Montagne. Because it's, you know, mountainy. I've done my 100 stitches on that. I think I've done my 100 stitches in all of those, so they're good to go. Bienvenue à la Montagne is a Madame La Fée. Madame La Fée, Bienvenue à la Montagne. Couldn't hit, you know. Very Switzerlandy. Yep. So we just did 100 stitches on there, filled in a wee bit more in the mountain. And then there. Okay, Group C. Brazil is Carnival. What else? Morocco is Summer Labyrinthine, which I've shown you. Haiti is Here I Lie. Which God. Oh, was at the bottom, wasn't it? No, I have seen it. I have seen it I saw it somewhere. Oh, God, my sore apologies. Where is that? Oh, over here. Sorry, being very... Haiti's Here I Lie. Shakespeare Peddler, Jenny Bean's Halloween. Well, I call it Here I Lie. It's Halloween. Jenny Bean's Halloween Sampler. Which is... Yeah. I'm such, I guess, a sparklies. A lot of these sparklies were fabrics of the month I have had from years ago, so... I thought this, I never knew what I was going to use this for, and then I looked at this and went, I think that's bloody damn appropriate. So yeah, hopefully, don't know how much Haiti's going to do, don't know what their football team's like. Scotland qualified for the World Cup. We're supposed to be getting a bank holiday, just the fact Scotland qualified. We don't care if we win, we just qualified, we're just there for the party. I'm doing that in Bewitched Park. I don't know why I chose Bewitched Park for it. I think just because it's rainy. Yeah, that's right. Because most it looks a bit wet and rainy, which is kind of what it's been like for the last 6 months. The USA is what's called my Verandas of South Battery. God, I haven't watched this for ages. This one by Barbara and Cheryl. I first saw this, I Bullet Stitch had done this. I'm not doing all of it because it's very long. So I'm doing like half of it, and that's where I'm currently at with it. No, that's completely wrong. We should be, are we this way? I don't even know what way up it is. Does that look right? Or maybe it's this way. It's so long. Anyway. Nah, I'm gonna do it that way. Oh my, nah. I have no idea. It's so long since I heard it. But USA, they're not bad, are they? They're not bad. Maybe I'll get some stitches. Verandas. Paraguay, Princess and a Pea. I'm just picking letters at this point. Australia, Old World Sampler, because they're kind of a new world. Playoff C is going to be Winter Moocher, which you've seen. Germany is going to be Snow White, because, you know, fairy tales and all that. I was in Germany recently. If anyone's unsure, I went to Berlin for the day. It was snowy. It was snowy and icy. People were falling about all over the place. I managed to stay upright. I was quite impressed with myself. We had some currywurst, is it? And we were supposed to be doing a walk. Oh my God, where is Snow White? Where are you? We were supposed to be doing a walking tour, but it was like, I'm not attempting. I've walked enough trying to stay like that. So we went around to the Brandenburg Gate, we went around to see the Reichstag, and then we haggled with a guy to get on the bus. I was like, mate, I ain't paying your full prices on this. Just, it's a snowy Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. You ain't getting nobody else getting on these buses. What are you going to charge me? And we sat on the bus. Did we hop on, the hop on the tour bus thing? 2 hours, went around the whole of Berlin, and it was so informative, and I was like, I really want to come back to Berlin when it's, possibly when it's sunny. But yeah, we just did it in a day. We just flew out in the morning, flew back at night. Because it's like a couple hours flight. It's very good. Snow White by Nina Design. Don't think you can get these anymore. Again, this was one I kind of swithered about keeping or not, but again, we'll just keep it for, that's all I've ever done. This was a pre-pattern keeper one, and this took me bloody ages. And now, you know, and so it got abandoned, I think. But now we're on pattern keeper. It'll come back out. That's done. Getting there, honestly, we're at 52 minutes. I'm trying to keep this to an hour. Curacao, sorry, don't know how to say that. Curacao in the Caribbean, they're having the blue house because, you know, Curacao, blue balls and all that. Blue balls and orange juice, that was my thing back in the day. You know, you know. Let me see. Pattern keeper, I'll show you this because this is a new start. So I just did my 100 stitches on it, and this is, I love this. I bought this off of Stitches So Beautiful in their sale, I think it was, by the Art Revitalist. Yes, House by the River. I'm calling it Blue House because I prefer it. Yeah, I prefer calling Blue House. House by the River by the Art Revitalist. Stitches So Beautiful. So I'm going to show you. Oh, I think I'm going to have to put the light on. I'm going to have to give in and put the light on now. There, look at that. I swear to God, there's 100 stitches in there. Let's see if I can open my blind. It's just about in. Rose! I was just opening the blind. There was nothing there. Oh my God. Apologies. Damn dog. Right. Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is in, I think it's their debut. This is in Curacao. It was their debut, so they got a new start. Cote d'Ivoire, I think it's their debut, so they're getting a new start. We're going to do Quaker Diamonds, which has been sitting for flipping ever. Rosewood Manor. I picked some nice kind of peachy fabric. And that's that. Ecuador is Right, sorry. Ecuador is Paradise, which is, which is not Sunset. Which is Paradise, which I will show you because that's my focus piece. Oh my God. The Sunset one is, I'm in here. Nope, I don't know where in here. Oh my God. I know you're in here somewhere. That's that. Oh, there you are. Right. It's another Caroline Manning one. Let's see. I have sunset and sunrise. That's that one. That is. Sunset's Qatar. I feel that's kind of appropriate. I think I have started this. Not very exciting. I learned my lesson, don't do Caroline Manning on gridded fabric because it's not 10, it's 9. The squares are not 10, they are 9. And that is that. Let me just see if I can just... any better light. Better kitchen light. It probably made it 10 times worse. That. Netherlands is museum shelf because that's, you know, it's got the Dutch connection for me. Japan is Tizuri Kami that I'm showing you. Playoff B is going to be Rapunzel. Tunisia is vintage wreath, which I just started last week. This is one I got off of Etsy. I think it's like one off of Etsy. It's pinks and purples. See if I've got a picture. See if I've got a picture. Oh, it will because I put it on pancake, didn't I? I don't know. There we are. Vintage wreath. I've got 2 of them. I've got a kind of autumny one. I think they were just ones I picked up off of Etsy many years ago. And this is what I was like, okay, we're just going to start this stuff. And this is on some nice pink. I think this is the fabric flare stuff that's printed on one side. And I've just like made a little star in the middle. There's some stitch in there. And then we have, right, Belgium is going to be my poppies. Egypt's going to be Cleopatra. Iran is going to be called Gatekeeper. World War III appears to be kicking off today, but you know, let's just keep stitching. Yeah, Gatekeeper. This is by Charting Creations. I originally had this 7 in there, and then they had retired it. I had it in a paper chart, and they retired it. So I bought it from Charting Creations, and it's much nicer. Is this out here? Oh my God, it's so bad. I don't even. I think I've done like 50. Oh my God, look at that. There we are. Check that WIP out. Wow. God, I'm just watching the news just now. My daughter and her boyfriend went to Dubai, and I'm like, okay, can we just not be doing that now? And just go straight to Australia? Can we just not be moving? Please. Okay. New Zealand is going to be peekaboo, right? I'm just going to put the light on. And we're back. Apologies, the light is on now because it's just too dark. Okay. Not much to do, I swear. Spain is going to be another new star. I'll just show you what it's going to be because I haven't started it. Essentially, I just chose. This is called Antibes. It's a Monet, Claude Monet picture. which I've just charted on something. I can't remember which one it was, but it's come out well. So that's going to be Spain. Cape Verde is going to be Emerald Books, or Cabo Verde, I think it's for the actual pronunciation. Emerald Books, this is Chilton Crafts. They're green. Darn it, sorry now. Hard listen to myself. This is another fabric flare. Now I've started. So it is full coverage, but I've kicked out, I've taken off all the background. Well, yeah, because it's like white. But so I'm just doing the green books. Saudi Arabia is going to be Spring Labyrinthine. Uruguay is going to be a Christmas Korea. And this one is going to be this one. Don't ask me who it is. Comet. This one, Comet. This is going to be Uruguay. Wait a minute. France is going to be Lavender Fields. Oh, I need to mark these off because I'm sure I've done these. Oh, Lavender Fields is definitely done. So let's just mark that and green while I'm doing it. Lavender Fields for that. Senegal is Spirit of the Pond, which I haven't done 100 yet for. Playoff 2 is going to be Silk Queen. This is by Astra. Oh. Sorry, it's the Silk Queen. Let's show you her. Find down here. Okay, welcome. This one's massive. It's got lots of blends, but it's stunning. Yargita from Copy and Stitches done it. I'm not even gonna bother showing you what I've done that. I've done about 100 of the dark black stitches. It's really not worth showing you that. We're just gonna keep things moving. Then we are, what did it say? Silk Queen Norway, it's gonna be Overflam, obviously. Argentina is gonna be Autumn Labyrinthine. Algeria is Teardrop. Austria is Winter Labyrinthine. Jordan is gonna be a Hyacinth, which is another Whippy Cat one. Again, I haven't started that because I did start on it and then I was like, oh, I don't like it. So that's the pattern there, and you could fill in the blue background or not. It doesn't count. It doesn't give you the stitches for the background, but you can do it in 762, or like I did, I ditched that and decided just to buy some blue fabric for it. So I'm just doing it with, I'm pretty sure I've got blue fabric now. Yes, there. I bought some blue fabric. So it's still to get its 100 stitches because I'm just doing that as a restart because I was like, oh, that didn't work. Like, no, life's too short to fill in all that 762. And 762 on gridded fabric is a nightmare because the shade is just, oh, yeah, you don't want that. Oh, we're down to the last two groups. You'll be delighted to hear. Oh, my goodness. Right. Portugal is going to be Raven, Evermore Raven. There's Lila Studio. Nevermore. Nevermore. The wee Raven thing. Again, not started that. Playoff 1 is going to be my Jane Fidges sampler. Oh, I've done that. Why have I not marked that off? That. God damn it, I've done that. Which is this one here. Jane Fidges sampler. Hands Across the Sea sampler. Stitching some, oh yeah, it's not a lovely gray. Look at that. And it's fine once I get into it, but I was like, whoo, not stitched on that for a while. And it's like, once your eyes get into the swing of it, it's like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's like 40 count. Or I really need to put something in your folder. Let me just mark that one off. because I definitely did that. I didn't know I did. I don't know what it's called. Where's it going? Green for gold. Uzbekistan. Can you believe it? Uzbekistan is going to be. Sorry, I'll just show you. Uzbekistan is going to be the castle. Gets a mini of the castle. Oh, I've not uploaded a part pan keeper yet because I ain't started it yet, so why would I have uploaded it? It is Castle Small, Stitch is so beautiful. Eder Ose Rosa. Like that. I think I saw a Stitchy Witch stitching that and I was like, oh, I really like that. So I bought that and then I had to buy lots of other stuff as well. Whips. We're nearly there, folks. Columbia is Christmas Beauty. Again, I'll just quickly show you. WIP, full coverage, Christmas Beauty. This is by Counting the Stars. I got up here hers from Etsy. Christmas Beauty. They're nice, but they're just like 250 by 250. They're like in the full coverage world, they're teeny tiny. I'm sure there's people out there that'd be like, no, that's not small, but in the full coverage world, but that's tiny. Yeah, right. So England is going to be my Northwood Farm. There's this one. Yeah, because it's in England. John Clayton Heritage. Very bleak. Very Wuthering Heights. And I'm halfway done with that. I feel like literally added in the 100 stitch still do. So yeah, as you can see, very bleak. And yeah, lots of beiges and greys. I was so delighted. I was like, really? That black supposed to be there? But that's the beginning of the building. Sorry, I've just rushed through these, but I'm like, we're an hour 10 minutes. I'm boring myself now. Croatia is going to be Venetian opulence because that's as close as I get, unless Italy. Italy aren't qualified as yet. I'm not sure if they're in the playoffs, but obviously if they, then we'll float them about. Gina is going to be for Ghana, and Pandemic is going to be for Panama. And that is all 48 WIPs. So there's not that many. There's a few new starts in there, and they're good because they're new starts. Some of them are like Quaker Diamonds. It's been sitting there for ages, and I'm like, I'm just never gonna start it. So at least still got 100. I like just starting something, and if it even gets 100, it means then the next time you're picking it up, you've not got to fanny about. I'm not a fan of new starting, fanny about finding the middle of the page, finding that make sure the measurements are right, because it doesn't matter how many times you count. You're just like, oh my god, is this correct? So that, folks, is not quite it. Two things to So I happen this, as you'll see, Cartographica has not been mentioned. Cartographica has not been worked on since Christmas, since I finished up and I'm at my 50%. Because while I was tidying up all the stuff, then I came across this one. I was like, okay, this really needs to get finished. So let's just leave Cartographica and concentrate on finishing on this, which is my Son's Paradise Small. So it's a bit crumbled because it's been in there. I'm like, that's all I've got to get done. That's the end. And this is the end. So yeah, so this is my focus piece. I've not done huge amounts on it. That's because I was doing my first stitches. So this, yeah, this is just my focus piece. And I'm just going to get it finished. It's Stuart Jordan, we were seeing the other weekends. Oh yeah, so going to get done for like the March retreat. Could have finished the March retreat. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. That's in 2 weeks. I'm going to try and I've actually pretty much got free time now for the next 2 weeks. because the Formula One starts again on Friday, next Saturday, but I probably won't do any stitching on until the next week because I'll wait till it's like 300 or 400 stitches to do in one. So I do in fact have like 2 weeks that I could work on this and the retreat to work on it. So you never know. But until this is finished, Cartographica, God bless it, is in timeout because I was like, could just leave it alone. I will show you, just in case. This has been my focus piece, and will be. I'm at 50% on this. If you haven't seen this, it's Tilt and Craft Cartographica XL, and this is that. So I will show you, just in case you're new around here and you haven't seen it. I don't even know if I can show you on there. Look at it. And that's, you know something, I'll show you the back, by the way. That's the back of it. It's not so bad at the back. It's full coverage. It's like a flipping carpet. Yeah, it's a chain stitch, 2/1. Sorry, it's really hard to show. So the sooner I get Paradise finished, the sooner my baby can come back out to play. Oh, I missed you, my little. Oh, missed you. But you're in the cupboard. You're in the cupboard for just now. Because I'm going to get this other one finished and done. And then you can come back out to play. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I'm exhausted. My fish is on. I'm having carrot goujons and little French fries and some coleslaw. The dog's can smell it, and she's like stalking the kitchen at the moment. Right. I'm going to shut up now because we're at an hour and 10 minutes, and that's enough for tonight. I will try and get back once Formula One stitching's kicked in. I'm not going to guarantee it. I might just do it like once. I should try and do it once a month, once every 2 months, once every 3 months. You'll see me when you see me. You're all going to see me. But I'm going to try and keep track of. I'm keeping track of stitching. How many I've stitched and days I'm kind of keeping on top of things. So we'll see how it goes. See what this year brings and everyone's stitching, because it's kind of interesting because there's different stuff for the cars and being, so we'll see who comes out tops this year. Right, I'm gonna go eat my fish and chips and have a juice and feed the dog because she's looking at me. Would you like to say hello to the dog? Can I show you the dog? I can't show you the dog. I don't know if you can see the dog. Where's my dog? Oh, where are you? Where's he? There you are. There's my doggy. There's Rosie. Do you say hello, Rosie? That's who's been making all the shocking noises. But right, I'm going now. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, I forgot to say, if you've made it this far and you like what you see, give us a little subscribe and a comment and all that jazz. Bye-bye.